Hi and welcome to my channel. Doing the rising sign readings again for the month ahead of August. August. Oh wow, we're already there. Yeah, so we're jumping into August with the first rising sign being Aries rising. Now I've already put the month ahead astrology video on the community tab, and that's showing the charts. It's not actually a card reading, it's showing the charts of tropical and true sidereal for those who want to follow along with whatever system. So yeah, that's already the latest post on my community tab. You'll find it at the top of the community tab, the top post as it is. Other than that, I check out the pinned comment and some links in the description box also of this video, because you'll find them helpful, I think. And I just want to also say that when I do these rising sign readings, I'm really honing in on the true sidereal rising signs. So if you're tropical Aries rising, because I'm doing the Aries rising one here, if you're tropical Aries rising, you might want to consider watching the Pisces rising once I've got that uploaded. But better still, it'd be it'd be a great idea, I think, if you checked out the link to get a true sidereal free chart generated. That way you can tell for sure if you do actually have Aries rising in this true sidereal system, or if it might be Pisces, or even Taurus. It depends on where it's located, so I recommend you do that. Other than that, I think that we'll jump in straight away and see what came through with your cards for the month ahead of August. I was going to say April. I don't know why. It starts with A. April might have some significance for you. Or April next year. Let's just jump into the cards and see what came through. Wow, because you've got quite a few here too. So let's jump in straight away. Ooh, Pallas Athena, weighing up the pros and cons of things straight away. Warrior goddess, standing up and standing strong. Okay, so we're out the gate with her straight away. The asteroid. Ascendant, well, that's your rising sign. Oh, okay, Eros, another asteroid. Eros is about creativity, sexuality. Let's see what else is coming through. I don't want to jump to conclusions just yet. Eros always sort of makes me think, yeah. All right. Cancer. So where's Cancer? Well, again, if you're true sidereal Aries rising, you're going to have a natural natal, which means Cancer is going to be in your 4th house. So that's our first sign besides your actual rising sign of Aries. 8th house in Scorpio for you. So there's some water going on at the moment. Emotions, deep. Home and family and deep emotions. Now we've got Libra, which is your descendant. Relationship, house and sign. So you are actually going to have the sign and the house exactly the same, because that's what it means as natural natal, because the first house is the Aries house, and you're having Aries rising. If you're, again, as I said, if you check the top eccentric true sidereal and it happens to say that you still got Aries rising, then yeah. Waxing crescent, so this is moving towards the full moon. So this is after the new moon, which was, well, it's not was yet, because as I'm recording it hasn't happened yet. So that will be on the 4th of August. It's actually going to be in the sign of Cancer A lot of people are going to say it's going to be in the sign of Leo. It's going to be in the later degrees of Cancer, so it's going to sort of cross over with both of them, because the moon phase has that 3-day window. See, because we've got the 3-day window here. We've got the new moon, then this crescent is a 3-day window, which still has the new moon energies, which will move from Cancer to Leo anyway. So, and Leo's about, creativity, fun, romance and love affairs. So far, that's kind of what I'm getting. Don't think we can squeeze another card in there, can we? Or can we? Maybe. Oh, we've got another one. Waxing gibbous. Right. So how we've got 3 days directly after this is all new moon energy. 3 days after the new moon, which is still new moon energy, but it's just starting to get the very first glimpse of the full moon energy coming in. And then this is closer to the full moon, obviously, because there's more of the full moon here, but it hasn't actually hit. So both of these are still new moon energies, because both of them are waxing, meaning moving towards the new moon. Full moon, waxing, which is like moving towards the full moon, because it's starting to show, it's starting to wax, it's starting to be visible, starting to be seen. Waning means it's falling away, so it's starting to be not seen, the other way around, if that makes sense. So this is all new moon energy. Because another 3-day window, see, and this is the balsamic. Oh, wait, no, balsamic's before the new moon, sorry. But, yeah, this is the 3-day window before the full moon. This is generally, I like this energy generally here, the few days before a full moon, because it's that, it seems to have, I might be alone in thinking this, but I feel like it seems to have a kind of enjoyable, sort of fun feeling to it, these few days that lead up to the full moon. So there might be something like that, enjoying the senses. We don't have Taurus or second house just yet, but sorry, I'm reaching and everything. I just don't have the best setup here, but yeah, we've got to go with what we have. So we've got 2 moon phases here. What else have we got? Virgo. Well, Virgo's in your 6th, so Virgo's about health, duty, service to others. Pallas Athena is about weighing up the pros and cons. So I was thinking of the give and receive sort of thing in equal measure, but we don't really have, might be a reason we don't have Juno per se, because Juno's sort of a bit more, can have a sort of tenseness to it. 6th house, well, again, Virgo's in the 6th. So that's reiterated. Okay, what else have we got? Oh, we've got another moon phase. This one's after the full moon. So we've got another 3-day window. So we've got all the crescents coming in, crescent, crescent, crescent. So again, a 3-day window after the full moon. So something about tweaks and changes and letting go. So you've got both new moon and full moon to work on here. Okay, so that's about, as I said, tweaks and changes as well. It might not be so much about letting go of what's not working and all that, but it could be. It could also be sort of changing things up in a way so that things work better. Now we have Taurus, which is right in the middle. Okay, because Taurus can be about the physical body, sensuality. Venus is Libra and Taurus. Venus covers Libra and Taurus. So, the love, luxury, sensuality, That's right in the middle. Now we've got Scorpio doubled as well. Okay. Ooh, now you've got full moon. Okay, I'm gonna pop. Am I? Yeah. I'm gonna pop the full moon there. Because Taurus is still there. Wow, okay, you've got quite a lot of different energies coming in. Letting go of what's not working. I think it's the needing to work with the physical side of the relationship. Who feels like home to you? Do they? And if they don't, this is where you sort of clean that up. Because we've also got Mercury retrograde, which asks us to re-evaluate things as well. Mercury hasn't come through yet, though. I don't know if it will, but yeah. It's just a point to, you know, consider Mercury retrograde, because Mercury retrograde is actually in Leo, which is also about, you know, romance and love affairs and all that sort of thing, which to me doesn't have to be outside of a partnership, love partnership. Maybe that's a way to look at, how do I put it? How do I want to put it? Spirit, what do you want me to say? Sort of look at your, maybe to spice up the relationship, maybe sort of look at it as having an affair with your partner, I want to say. Sort of make it sort of more exciting. Like, you know, role play, pretend, where it's not, you know, going to be pretend with your actual partner, not outside of the relationship, is what I'm saying. Okay. Hopefully that made sense. And yeah. Okay. Let's see what else has come through. 5th house again. I was just saying Leo energy, because Mercury's in Leo, which is the communication. Communicate with your partner and find the enjoyment with being together again, you know, as if you're having a new affair. A new love affair, like restarting, like a refresher sort of thing. Okay, so the 5th house is in Leo for you guys, where you have fun, romance, and create things you are proud of. I'm not going to fit another one of those there because they're big cards, so we can put that there, which means I'm moving it across further. Okay. Right. All right, well, we're leaving it there. Weighing up the pros and cons. We've got Cancer, home and family. Family life. How has family life been? Have there been stresses where you and your partner have not had time to focus on being together, being with each other? New moon bringing the new in, new and exciting, and letting what hasn't worked fall away. Okay. Chiron, healing, yeah. Your healing power, empathy, and ability to teach or learn remedies. See, yes. I think if you tap into your 5th house, it's going to be a remedy for your important relationship. Working together, bringing a bit of spice and excitement back in. You do have Scorpio twice. And you've got the sensuality of Taurus right at the middle of the reading. And remember, Aries is here. That's why we're focusing on, yeah, that. The 10th house, okay. That's your career and ambition. Your achievements and status in the outside. Well, this could be what's been between you and your partner, perhaps. Too much focus on work, perhaps. Let's see what else is coming in. Libra again, the 7th house. This energy is diplomatic and gracious. It seeks harmony and balance in relationships. Yeah, finding harmony and balance. Working through some difficulties. See, tweaks and changes. That's can cover the full moon energy. Working through some difficulties with your partner so that then you can move forward, because what happens obviously after the coming full moon, well, 2 weeks later is another new moon to work with, bringing in the new again. The sun, yeah. Leo's ruling planet, the sun. Your immortal spirit, purpose, and destiny is involved. Yeah, see, this is the thing. I think trying to work on balancing the family life will, in fact, help you out with your career life, because there's going to be less stress, you know, if that makes sense. Leo again. The energy is flamboyant, dramatic, proud, and passionate. It focuses on the importance of self-belief. Right. Believe in yourself and your capabilities. Because I think that you can work with this. I mean, relationships are never, you know, cut and dried, sort of, what's it called, textbook, okay, XYZ can happen and that makes everything work perfectly. No. We're always needing to work on our relationships, and if our relationships are stressful, then going and trying to get our work, or going to work, or trying to achieve our work, that's going to be affected as well. So it's sort of this kind of balance of work and home life. Yeah, because also your MC, right? Your MC is around the 9th or 10th house. It's always going to be at the top of the chart. I don't know if you can see that, but it's going to be at the top of the chart, but your IC is going to be at the bottom. Your IC is your home life, where your Cancerian sign and house is. See, so you've got the Cancer sign in the Cancer house and the Capricorn sign in the Capricorn house, and they're opposites. It's a balance of the opposites. What else have we got here? 4th house. We've got 4th house again. I'm going to put them up here because we're running out of space. We've got quite a few. Gemini, the butterfly. I think this is the first time 3rd house has come through. And Mercury rules both Virgo, which 6th house Virgo, so there's health and healing needing to be looked. It's going to benefit. It's going to be a healthy thing for you and your partner to sort of work out a way that works for you guys, that you can connect together and enjoy each other, enjoy each other's company, enjoy sensuality, you know, sexuality. Communicate that with your partner. Gemini the butterfly. Yes. And then there's two butterflies there. They've both got different coloured wings. They're working together, you know. Now we've got Mercury, the communicator. Yes, Mercury's ruling both Gemini and Virgo, and he's in retrograde now in Leo. You've got three reiterations of Leo. So communicating, bringing back that romance and sensuality back into the relationship, because, you know, oh, what's that saying? Something like, okay, put this where it fits for you guys, because it's not necessarily, even though it sounds like it's a gender-specific thing, it's not necessarily, in my view, that way. It doesn't need to be that way, because we all have masculine and feminine energies anyway, obviously. But, yeah, so the saying, what is it? Something like, if mum's not happy, nobody's happy kind of thing. But put it wherever it works for you. But like if someone is not having a happy time, if someone's being felt like they've misunderstood or forgotten or ignored or, you know, put to the side because of other things, or the other way around, or, you know, not everyone, if not everyone is happy, it's going to sort of be a bit tumultuous in a way. It's not going to be balanced, peaceful, happy, not 100% at least. And this, I think, is where perhaps you're needing Mercury and these energies are asking you to take another look at that and work with your partner to bring in these more peaceful, happier energies and connect with each other in a really beautiful way. First house, well, there you are again, rising sign. So that's about you, how you're viewed. How are you viewed? Are you more interested in how you're viewed with your work life? Or, you know, how your partner views you, you know, the most important person in your life, perhaps. I mean, if you have children, they're important as well, obviously. But yeah, we're talking about the romantic relationships right now. Sun being, so the sun twice. So we've got Leo reiterated 4 times, and Mercury's retrograding in Leo. What have we got here? Saturn, wisdom. Yeah, you can use the wisdom of the planets even in retrograde. In fact, more so when they're retrograde, quite frankly, in my view. I talk about this in the retrograde, in I'm working with the retrograde in the video on my community tab, because I give examples of how you can sort of connect the different energies with the house and with the sign it's retrograding in. Okay, these may have, dang, you've got a few. These may have reversals. We'll walk through it if there is. Well, this isn't reversed, and now we've got 5. So we've got 3 suns, source, and 2 Leo, you know, 5th house and the Leo sign, both 5th house. Lots of healing can take place here. Healing the relationship. Progression, journey. Yeah, see, this is also upright. So this is really looking good. What else have we got here? Transits, climate. Look, again, it's upright. Take that journey, metaphorical. It might even be a physical journey, or, you know, taking your other half on a little overnight getaway or weekend getaway or something like that even. And bringing, you know, the sensuality in that way. Just focusing on you two for that, even that small amount of time, might be that sort of, you know, like a boost, like a recharging the batteries, and then the home life's a lot more peaceful, and then you're finding it easier with your work life, that sort of thing. It all can ripple effect. Midheaven, pinnacle. I spoke about the midheaven when I was speaking about that. Your career life, I think, will improve by taking that time to connect with your partner. And that's an eggshell. And that looks like a, the yellow part of the yolk of the egg, where all the stuff, happens, quite frankly, where the little bird forms. And here's your butterflies, where your little butterflies form, and bam, there they are. Second house, resources. Well, this is in reverse. So it could be a couple of things. It's like I said, there's the physicality side of the second house and sensuality and that sort of thing. And Taurus was under here somewhere, so this is reiterated twice. Resources. Have you been stressing about that with your work life? And that's come in to affect your romantic life, because you've been stressing about savings perhaps, or something like that, or trying to afford something. And if it's about that perhaps it's been about bills, having to sort of, because sometimes it can be like that we just seem to have all these bills, and all our money goes on to bills, and it's sort of like, when can we have money to just enjoy life again? Well, sometimes we can go to different service providers and ask for certain payment plan times, or time to pay it off, rather than having to go and throw all the money on there and then we've got no money to freely use for ourselves. And this is where, if the idea of having a little overnight getaway somewhere, even if it's one night or a weekend, no, it doesn't have to be super expensive, but perhaps by looking into certain bills, if that's the issue, and seeing if you can sort of take a bit of extra time to pay it off in increments, rather than slamming a whole huge amount on and then going, wow, I've got no money for anything now. You're freeing up a little bit of money, and that might, if that's the way you want to sort of try and see if you can have a romantic getaway with your important other half. So I think, see, bringing in the wisdom, seeing where perhaps some resources have been depleted, where you might be able to maneuver around that and then bring in resources because of a different way of taking action on them, where you're still paying them off, but you're opening the option for being able to use a little bit of extra cash flow. What's this guy? Relationship. See, this is upright too. I've turned that upright because I think you can sort of look into that. The other point was that perhaps you hadn't, because you've been too focused on the career, and so the idea of sensual connecting with the body sort of thing has been put aside. But I think that you can, either way, whether it's financial or physical, I think that you can easily turn this around like I've done now. This is upright relationship, so it's a good thing. It's working. 8th house mystery. Now we had Scorpio and 8th house, and now we've got it again. Scorpio speaks of death and rebirth. Death doesn't necessarily always have to be actual passing of. We have lots of full moon energy, coming through. Death can be a transformation. So you start the ball rolling, and then I think by the time the full moon rocks up, you're going to see the transformations within your important relationship, which will be healing in Virgo. Remember, Virgo in 6th house, the healing, the healthy relationship. Okay, Pisces, sensitize. And Pisces is in your 12th. Either you or your partner have probably not been all that sensitive to the idea of this, I guess, or to each other, or one of you has been too sensitive emotionally, which again can be a thing, feeling neglected, you know, either you or someone else feeling neglected, not connecting, being too busy for the other. You know, I don't think there's anyone who can say they have a perfect relationship. It's always a work in progress, you know. You grow and what's the word? Grow and evolve with each other over time. Growth and change happens all the time within any relationship, even if it's platonic. And if you're not growing together, you grow apart. But I don't see anything here in terms of a negative. I just think that there's been a bit of too many things going on, too much all over the place, and not enough time to be sensitive to one or each other. But again, like that guy, you can turn it around where it's still the balance. See the scales. I want to show, I want to keep that in view. The Libra scales. Libra is the 7th house. Libra came through there. Okay, so let's see. You've got a couple of numerology cards. So what have we got here? Teaching and learning. Now, it said that about Chiron, about remedies and things like that. Teaching and learning. In a way, brainstorming with your partner. What would work? What can we afford, if that's a thing? You know, is it going to involve money and going to somewhere overnight or for the weekend? Or if you can't afford it, just sort of doing something more exciting to bring in the excitement again, you know? Teaching and learning from each other. What you do and don't like, I guess, as well. I don't want to get to. But 5, the number 5, I don't know, that's probably too far away, but 5, freedom and change, which this sounds like exactly what's going to happen once you step into your power. Where's the 1st house? Yeah. And start the ball rolling, make a little bit of a change, even if it's some small change, even if it's not so much of a getaway or whatever. I mean, do you have a tent? Do you have a backyard? Set up a tent in the backyard. There's your overnight stay, you know, and just get a few luxuries or whatever, something like that, you know. If you don't have the physical resources to do anything, there's a number of things you could do. And then 7 is the mind and creativity, yeah. And we've got 5, which Leo is the 5th sign and the 5th house for you. Well, the Leo house is the 5th house anyway, but it reiterates because you've got a natural natal. So you've got Sun, that's come through 3 times, and the Leo sign and house came through twice. And Mercury's retrograding in Leo. Yeah, and 5 and 7 is 3, which is about action, youth, activity, communication. What else is it? I think that's about it. But yeah, communication, which Mercury's communication. I think you absolutely can get the ball rolling with this and really, and that heart chakra color, right? Healing, green, healing. Financial discipline. Well, maybe there is something to do with finances. Either that's been the stressor and put too much stress on the relationship, so you haven't been able to enjoy it so much, or either your partner or you or both of you. And both of these are heart chakra colors again. So, or it could be financial discipline in terms of working around a system where you can free up a bit more of a cash flow to be able to afford to go somewhere overnight or the weekend with your significant other and enjoy each other's company, just the two of you, you know. 4 is the number of the builder, and 8 is money and stability, which, you know, stabilizing the relationship is going to stabilize other things as well, so there's less stress. 4 and 8 comes to 3 again. You know, action, activity, youth, communication. It's all about the heart, guys. Emote if you haven't been. Not in an excessively over emotional, not like that, but emote. If you've been holding back, don't anymore. Emote, show some emotion. And if it's the other person, do what you can to sort of, without pushing them, but coax them, and maybe by even just openly communicating and brainstorming and offering the idea and going, you know, if we look at our finances, how we're paying for XYZ, or, you know, do we really need Netflix? Have we been watching it? Blah, blah, blah. Anything. Sort of taking another look at where's the money going, if that's the case, you know, with financial discipline, and freeing up a bit of money and opening the dialogue in that sense, and saying to your significant other, how do you feel about just you and me going, you know, for an overnight stay at or for the weekend away somewhere, you know? Okay. So what have we got here? I said yes when you first thought of it, now when you first asked, and hallelujah, so be it, coming right up when you first gave thanks in advance, believing in you, the universe. So you can make this work. You really can. You can jump in wholeheartedly, because I've really got good energy from this. It's going to work for the both of you. Yay. Have you wondered if, when you just close your eyes, take a few minutes and redirect your thinking, the monsters might shrink, the grins might grow, and the floodgates might begin trembling again? Try it, except when driving. The universe. I love this. The colours are just beautiful here. Do you know what it's going to feel like when the day comes and everything you now want has come to pass? When you're living in total abundance, in perfect health, looking fabulous, with friends and laughter wherever you go, it's going to feel like, yeah, well, of course, that's how much I know you, the universe. So, in other words, don't think it's not possible. Look into the possibilities. Have a little bit of a, you know, work with Mercury retrograde. This is why Mercury is retrograde, to help us to look into what things can be improved, because this is literally in your 5th house. Why? It's been reiterated 5 times. Mercury's retrograding for you in your 5th house. So this is why this is coming in for you, because this is the part of your chart that needs to be focused on at this point. What can you do to improve matters? What can you open the dialogue about? If you're not sure about this, ask Mercury. And if it's not you and your significant other, which has been seeming to be the focus at this point. It could be the creativity side, see? Opening the dialogue with whoever else you have some form of a relationship with, because the relationship 7th house isn't just about romantic relationships. It can be business partnerships, because you did get the 10th house. Business partnerships, friendships, family relationships even, and romantic relationships. So any of those ships could be part of it. And Aries, it might be the creativity side of it, if it's not one of you that's needing to work through sorting a relationship. The same sort of thing applies. How can you maneuver things that may be a little tricky at the moment? Open the dialogue and go, how about we try it this way instead? Or how about we see if we can take a bit more time to pay XYZ off, so that we're freeing some funds here to be able to purchase a new whatever to help the business along, or something like that, depending on what type of business you've got. There might be some sort of thing that you might, Mercury's probably showing you, how about you replace or revamp something that might cost a bit of money, but you're going, well, I can't do that because I haven't got the funds free. But is there something that you're doing that maybe could sort of be maneuvered around? Remember, the tweaks and changes of the full moon could be maneuvered around so that those funds are then free, so you can get this thing to help the business grow better. You know what I mean? So it could be sexual, because there is 8th house and there's the deepness, but 8th house is also shared resources and shared responsibilities. And then, of course, 7th house, like we were already saying, with the relationships of all sorts. So this could be it could go anyway. And still the financial discipline and teaching and learning, because so it's a sort of a brainstorming with another on how, weigh up the pros and cons. We started out with Pallas. Remember Pallas Athena, helping us to weigh up the pros and cons. And Mercury's right there saying, let's do this. If you're not sure, literally speak to the universe, speak to Mercury. And I know that sounds weird, but just sort of say, Mercury, can you show me what I need to look at? What way do I need to go? What's the road I need to go down? What do I need to focus on? What do I need to bring in or maneuver around or review or take a second look at, or have a first look at, if it's something, you can bring new things in with Mercury. It depends on whether it's something that's going to sort things out that aren't working or not. If you're bringing something new in just for the sake of ego, it's always going to screw up. That's the thing with the retrogrades. But if you can bring new things in that aren't going to screw up, if it is replacing, renewing, reviewing, anything like, anything that's helping things out. Okay. Like waves eternally lapping at the shore, the universe is eternally knocking at your door with abundance and riches, bam, beyond anything you can now imagine. If only you knew the universe. If only you knew. The universe is telling you. Actually, it's not that you want stuff that you don't have, but that you want stuff that you think you don't have. And the best way to change this is to begin thinking that you have it. As in, oh, there's my electric, fully loaded Halbatron cloud zapper. Rain, please, the universe. And rain, because this is the desert, right? So rain is going to bring, lush green grass and growth. I like the colours here in this card too. Isn't it a hoot of all the people in all the world who truly get it? Few actually give it to themselves. Whatever it is that you want, start. Give yourself compliments, praise and presence. Give yourself time, permission and love. Hugs, kisses and smiles, winks, laughs and applause, and I will give you even more. Now, please, the universe. Well, see, that's probably also another point as well. How are you treating yourself? Because, you know, that can also be a ripple effect on how others treat us if we're treating ourselves like crap. And that might be something you're needing to look into through Mercury retrograde as well. The relationship with yourself. Because that's the first most important relationship we're ever going to have, is with ourselves. And then we can look at, you know, how we're going with others. Because it's going to work in our favour to, you know, love on ourselves as well, as long as it's not in an arrogant way, you know. Oh, this is another one I love the colours of. Ever wonder why some of those who achieve incredible success, amass fortunes and enjoy sizzling relationships seem so unlikely? It's because intelligence, looks, even creativity come in a distant second place to believing. Achievers achieve because they believed they could, and followed up with consistent baby steps, and so the heavens and earth were moved. I believe in you, the universe. Yeah, see? It doesn't have to be like massive change. You know, one small step for mankind, you know, can be... It might not be as big and scary as you think, you know? But just starting the conversation, I think, is the main thing. To start the conversation and go, what do you think about X, Y, Z? And go from, and go from there. Confirmation verb. Okay. Wow! This is the only angel card you got. One angel card. Positive change. Dare to be different. When you are criticized, remember that you will never please everyone. Many brilliant and gifted individuals were not fully appreciated or understood in their own lifetime, yet it is often they who have sown the seeds of change. Sow the seeds of change. Remember, you've got journey and climate. You hold the keys to this. You have the power to make these changes for the better, to improve yourself and significant other, and or business relationship, partnership, business. It could be anything. Quite frankly, it could be friendship, business, or a romantic relationship. And or, I want to say, actually, it could be more than one thing for you guys. Hopefully this has made sense, and I really, really hope that this is helpful for you guys for the month of August and beyond. And until next time, I wish you all the best of luck with it all. And yeah, bye for now.